Everybody, good morning.
Good morning.
That was so good. You know, I said, good morning, you guys all say good morning, that's great. So, see, I grew up as a preacher's kid, so Dad would always say that, and if you didn't get the right answer, you make it do it again. You know? But the coolest thing is, we're gonna have a lot of fun this morning, but more importantly, there is nothing more important than your time. And I want to make a promise to you that it's gonna be valuable to you. I will give you information that will help you get a leg up on your competitors. And use this time to ask questions so that you can get answers to the questions about the mysteries of all these different algorithms and everything else with Google, Bing, Yahoo. Don't be afraid to ask. I can't tell you I'm going to have the answers for everybody, but don't be afraid to ask. Because the only dumb question, Mickey, is what?
One not asked.
So we'll just start off with a little kind of skit here with Ellen. And I think this is well done. Only takes about a minute, so enjoy it.
For work, and you'll never guess what I found on my doorstep. Not a baby, don't panic. I found this. Kids, this is a phone book. Anybody in the room over 50 remember these things? I had no idea they were still printing these things. Who uses these besides Snooki so she can see over the steering wheel? Do people really still use these things? You know, they take up a lot of space. Your hands turn black when you flip through the pages. You have to know the alphabet. I have Siri. I don't need no alphabet. Kids really don't have any idea what this is. I saw the kid next door. I was watching, and he opened the door and saw the same thing. So the kid picks up the phone book, and he was just staring at it forever. And then finally, call Grandma.
Kind of a nice little skit there, right? So I'm not making jabs at the phone book. I mean, they do a pretty good job themselves, but the real cool thing is we have television's answer to the yellow pages. And what's really cool again about this is that we have so many unique visitors that are coming over to our website every single month, that they use our directory for resources. But even more important, television is considered an authoritative link that's trustworthy with good content. So we're going to show you by linking with television, with the directory information that we have, and I don't even like to use the word directory, I like to use electronic commerce platform, because this is multifaceted. This uses the power of social media, this uses the power of search engine optimization, this uses the power of video, everything included that you'd want to be interacting with online. So you feel pretty good about it. And there's 4 questions that I would ask before I ever bought any web advertising. And you may want to write these down. But I would tell you, hold everybody to this type of standard. Question number 1, how many unique visitors do they have coming over to that website? Because if they want me to buy to a really great website, have a really neat feature and other things that are there, they don't have traffic coming to that site. Is it really worth being a part of that, right? Second of all, besides how many unique visitors are coming to that site, how many page views are they looking at? Because if it's the same number of page views as the same number of unique visitors, it means you have a high bounce rate. They're only looking at a page and going to something else. Not really good either, right? So that can kind of flesh out some of those people that are out there trying to sell their products and services. And I'd even say to local types of directory companies, not how many unique visitors in the national area, ask them how many they have locally. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what, if they only have 1,000 unique visitors coming over to their website every month locally, there's a lot of, it's kind of a questionable thing. The third thing there is how much time are they spending on that website? That's really critical as well. And this is what we call on the web being sticky. Staying on that site, wanting to be there for a period of time. And I'm going to give you answers about our website here in a second. But number 4, which is even more critical than the other 3, what about promotion? How do they promote it? Now, television has been extremely important to the web. Why? Well, watch television any night. Watch it during the day. How many .com types of ads you're going to see on television. As a matter of fact, if we roll the clock back 10 years ago, we wouldn't even know some of these names that I'm going to be giving you. How about GoDaddy.com? Now, unless you're a big Danica Patrick fan and love NASCAR, you wouldn't know anything about GoDaddy. Or if you're a webhead like me, you would, right? FarmersOnly.com, serious, right? You know, nobody's laughing in here. If you guys use it, that's okay. Don't worry. What other dating sites you go to, Mickey?
I'm doing it on my Hootsuite. I've just got it. I've got it all on the dashboard.
Just kidding. But the real key about this is hey, Match.com, eHarmony.com, right? I mean, ChristianMingle.com, they don't end. And why do they advertise on television? Simply because what I was talking about earlier, time. How much time do you think the average U.S. adult spends watching television on a daily basis? Any ideas? If you get it right, you win a water and a pastry. Okay.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, that's a pretty good guess. Anybody say higher or lower?
I say higher.
Okay, how much higher?
5, 6.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. Anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day, depending on the market. Yes.
Yeah.
So if anybody ever comes to you in other forms of media, ask them how much time they spend on a day with it. Print, other broadcast, you ask them. Nowhere near television. 4 to 8 hours a day. Now this year, there's something going to be really unique that's going to happen on a national average. Television is going to be about 4.5 hours on a national average per U.S. adult every day. Internet is also going to reach 4.5 hours a day. So they're going to reach parity with the time that they're looking at the screens. Some people are on the same screen at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see that kind of occur. And television's even taking advantage of that with, you know, new types of game shows that are coming out that you really have interactivity with on the computer the same time you're watching it. So there's some really interesting things that are going to be happening. And you watch voting and some other things that will be occurring to see what people's polls and other things that will be going on. It's a really interesting time to be alive. But you know what? You want to be able to sort out those things that are good from those things that are bad. And how do you do that? Well, you got to have a really good thought process here. But Google, Bing, and Yahoo, they try to develop a search engine to weed out garbage. But you still have to make those decisions that are out there. So what we are doing with our website is that simply, because we're a television station, again, we're considered an authoritative site, trustworthy with good content. We have anywhere from 10 to 20,000 unique visitors coming over to our website every month. In addition to that, they're looking at anywhere from 35,000 to 50,000 page views. The average visitor is spending 4+ minutes on our site. And we are the #1 advertiser on our own stations. And you have to remember this. We have the power of both our Fox megaphone and our CW megaphone in the market, driving traffic to one website. Now that's pretty cool. Not too many stations have the opportunity where they could use these duopoly situations to drive traffic to one website. Does that make sense? So we really, in some ways, I don't want to say an unfair advantage, but if websites advertise with us, which they do, we have our own website. So this makes a lot of sense. Now, on December 2nd, and I just read an article just yesterday. I should have posted it up here. I could probably pull it up and find it. But Federal Express expects that Cyber Monday will be the biggest Cyber Monday ever. Isn't that cool? This site that we're going to have, which is known right now as Fox 2127, we're going to have a sister site out there, which is Fox2127.biz. Now, the reason I'm showing this one, this is another one of our sister sites up in Wisconsin. It's going to look basically the same type of programs that are here. 14 main categories of products and services, everything from automotive to emergency services and travel. And it has a really neat feature using social media. Now, how many of you are involved with Facebook? Okay, great. It's basically everybody in here. Why do you like it? Megan, why do you like it?
Because you can put it on there and so many people see it at one time. People can share the page. They can figure out how to get to the business. Everything.
You did a great job. Would you come to every meeting?
Yes.
That's perfect. Yeah, they love to share. They're their own news station, right? They get to have, that's why we have a news feed on Facebook. But there's something that we're doing that's going to help our viewers talk about your business in a very positive way. Does anybody remember, now Megan, you're going to be too young for this, but There was this thing a long time ago called S&H green stamps. Anybody remember that? That make you guys laugh a little bit? The cool thing about it is, by the way, those things tasted terrible. And the interesting part was, you went to a grocery store or a gas station, they gave you these stamps, you put them in a book, you collected so many in a book, and you turned them in for prizes. Same thing happens with our site here. No stamps, no licking required, okay? And the interesting part is, they're able to go into events or coupons, they're able to post anything directly right to their Facebook page. So here's $5 with $25 purchase, all right? I can recommend that. As soon as I do that, I'm just going to type in here, test. Oh, might have to spell that right. And all I have to do is just hit post to Facebook. Now, as soon as I do that, that'll post to my page, but check this out. I get points for making recommendations about your business. I don't come to you to turn in those points for prizes. They come to our station to get anything from t-shirts, coffee mugs, gift certificates, whatever you want to participate in, you can have that opportunity. Isn't that cool? So that gives a reason for people to come back to our website. Because a lot of people might say, John, why in the heavens, and I obviously changed it from the latter, why in the heavens would I come over to your website, because I'm going to search for these products and services in Google, Bing, and Yahoo, right? Well, remember, we're an authoritative site that's trustworthy with good content. We're going to help pull you up there, but we're showing you reasons why the local community will use it. Does this make sense? And I would challenge anybody in Yellow Pages to tell you exactly how many unique visitors are coming specifically to their local area every month. It's probably not that many, but challenge them for it. In addition to that, when you are over to our site, and you can see how you get points and what types of prizes are available. So you can see that that's there. We take care of all the fulfillment with that. Now, I can tell you this is a great site, and it is. But there's a third-party resource out there that rates and ranks your search engine optimization and how well you're doing on the web. And it's called marketing.grader.com. So what I've asked your sales representatives to do is print out a Marketing Grader report for you and give you a copy of that report. So if you've done that, would you please pass those out? That would be great. Now this report gives you a score from 0 to 100. Now if you didn't get a report, you want one, raise your hand, we can go out and get one printed out for you. But the key is, we're looking at 50 different variables of the website. And it's analyzing it. Everything from blogs to social media, search engine optimization, lead generation, and mobile. And by the way, mobile is changing the world. True or false?
True.
Now, why do you think we rather carry these things around and love these laptops? Well, convenience, right? That's one. But there's another reason why we are going for this. It's economics. I don't have to shell out hundreds of dollars to get this. I might have to do that over time because I have a contract. With these types of units, I got to pay that money up front, right? So from an economy standpoint, I can walk in my cell phone company, get a smartphone, then I have access to the web immediately. So if you don't have a mobile link to your site, by the way, everything that we do has mobile friendly. If you don't have mobile links to your site, you need them. We provide them. But I would also suggest you look at getting one of these mobile sites for yourself, and what they're calling that is a snack size site, so that people can come over and find what they're looking for. So that's important. Again, this is done by a third party. It's just giving this information to you in relation to that. But what I wanted to also do is, remember I was saying that television is an authoritative link that's trustworthy with good content. Now this is our Davenport site that we do over at Fox with our sister station here at Grant Broadcasting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into computer services and repair for just 1 second. Now, I wanted to show you this. I'm just going to copy this information. Now, this is a heading, and people type in Quad Cities all the time over there. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go over here to Google. I'm going to erase that, paste that in there. Now, I'm going to do this Google search, and this is out of 1.01 million searches. And I'm going to scroll down here and take a look at this. We have the #1 organic link for that area in our program, where they click onto that and that comes over to where computer services and repair are. Yes.
So is that because of your site, or that company is already doing their SEO work and they're naturally there? So is that
No,
organically
that's
because
not-
it's going to your site?
It's going to our site, but
Okay.
we also help them come to their site.
Sure,
So that's what's important. Would you say that's pretty impressive?
yeah.
So now I can't guarantee each and every one of you that you can get a page one organic one listing. If I could live next door to Bill Gates, he's got $150 million front yard, okay? Anybody ever promise you that? Say, thanks for calling me, hang up the phone, walk out of the presentation. Nobody can promise you that. They can't. So what you want to be able to do is follow these steps so you can help pull up. And I can tell you, with your website grader scores, we can help make them better. In many cases, in most cases, we can. So that's what's important and critical as well. So, again, television is an authoritative link that's trustworthy with good content. Now, as I go ahead and just click the back button here again, what's really cool about all this information, this directory of sorts that we have, can do all of these features. Now, also it has an expert column on here and upcoming events. We would love, if you would like to be the expert in your field, come and talk with us after this session, because we'd love to talk with you about that. We have some programs that are available. We vet people for that. If they'd like to be the expert, let's talk with you about it. Because how would you like to be recognized as by Fox as being the expert in your field? Wouldn't that be cool, Fox and CW? So that opportunity is here as well. Now, there is also another website I want to share with you. It's called Quantcast. QUANTCAST.com. Quantcast is an audience measuring tool that will tell you the age, gender, and income of folks coming over to your site. Now that's pretty cool stuff. Now, I live 100 miles north of Las Vegas, and I said, man, if I could learn everything I can about statistics, I can beat those gambling houses, right? Guess what I learned, Megan? Don't gamble, you're right. My dad always taught me that. So I mean, I might as well, I didn't have to go through school to find out. But hey, what's cool about this is that we can actually tell between male and female coming over to your site, the age, the gender, the income level, kids, no kids in the household, also income. I mean, this is pretty important. And television grabs every one of these demographics, which is a really cool deal. And you probably want to link your website up with this to make sure you're attracting the right audience to come over to your site. But you don't have to link with Quantcast. If you get with us, we'll help attract that audience that you're looking for, if that makes sense. Now, in addition to that, when you come back over to our site again with all the different categories that we have here, one of the things that we really like to do is go out to eat a lot. We as Americans, I think, spend about 50 cents on every dollar going out to eat. Now, in the Quad Cities area, they have 877 restaurants over there. My God. If you think you have competition, get in the food business, right? Do we have anybody in the food business in here today? You know, it's a difficult, it's challenging. It's fun business, and everybody's got to eat every day. But, you know what? To get to the top of Google search results with all these, not everybody can do that. Now, our directory is a true directory. Congratulations to all of you. We grab feeds that come in, and we get all that yellow page data. So those resources are available to us. Back in 1996, there was a law that came out, the Telecommunications Act of 1996, which gave us the right to publish all that information. So we can grab this, and this is what we call our premium listings at the top of the page before an alphabetical order. So all of you will have listings in there in alphabetical order. But if you want to be above the alphabetical order, this is what we call our premium listings. What's really neat about this, I could click on the contact button that's here, and I could send you an email that comes from our site with masking your email address so you don't get spam. You know it's coming from us. Now that's a really nice feature. In addition to that information that's here, map feature, coupons, I'll show you a little bit more of that. Business hours, they're absolutely critical to the Google, Bing, and Yahoo search engines. If you don't have business hours on your website, please put a note down there, jot that in. Or you can link with us, you'll have business hours that'll be a part of our site. In addition to that information, we have this really neat feature called text to your phone. And I want to make sure I don't lose anybody with this. What's nice is that you can save telephone numbers from our directory without having to type the address in by putting your own phone number and sending that information over to your own phone to save that in your own directory itself. But we have a number of restaurants that have taken advantage of this in a different way. Rather than have to text all that information when somebody walks into a host or host desk and send that text out, they're able just to put that phone number in of the person that came up on the host or hostess desk. It doesn't say your table's ready, but you get a text, you know your table's ready, you come up to that table. Does that make sense? And you remember those coasters that they cost 45 bucks each, they had light, and then you had to wait and you had to sit in a room about this size until your table's ready? This way you can walk outside, you can, if you smoke, you can go out and have a smoke, you can talk, you can do some other things, and then when your table's ready, you can come in. What's cool about this, would anybody like to participate with me on this, to show them how this works?
Sure.
Okay, and what type of cell phone company do you have? Verizon, AT&T?
Verizon.
Okay, Verizon. And what is your cell phone number, please? Eric? 540.
537
537
4121.
4121. So, I could say when your table's ready, by the way, or in this case with Godfather's, hey, when your pizza's ready, you'll get a text message. And that should be over there in 3, 2, 1, ding. Is it there? Okay. Did you have it on? Because I had somebody the other day, they go, oh, there it is. Good. I had somebody else do the test the other day and go, oh, do I need to turn my phone on? Yes, so, anyway, that's good. But isn't that kind of cool? What's it say on there?
It says Godfather's Pizza, the address, the telephone number, and the website.
That's pretty cool. Because you know what, you could do that and you could say to your customer, hey, I just want to reconfirm, because I know nobody ever misses an appointment with you. If you have a salon, rather than have to make all those calls the day before, I can send out a text, oh yeah, I got to go to the salon tomorrow. They called in, I'm just going to call them back, see if anything's up. Does that make sense? It's kind of a really cool feature that's there. In addition to that, it has a direct link to your website. Again, we don't care if people leave our site, we want to drive traffic to your site any way that we can. Also, it also has Facebook links. So again, if you don't want us to go to the website and a Facebook, we can do that, or we can do both. Again, drive traffic any way that we can to you. Now, each one of our customers that comes on board with us, they get their own username and password. They're able to go up here to the business login, put their own username and password in. Now, I just happen to have keys to the kingdom, and I'm going to show what one of our clients are doing with us right now. So I'm going to go into the business analytics, and when I click onto that information, it's going to show exactly how many people looked them up over the last 30-day period. Does that make sense? So they looked them up from our television site. You can see what they looked at, what they clicked on, what search engines they came from, and what keywords they typed in. I think it's pretty neat. Now, in addition to that, if you're wondering, does our Facebook rewards program work? My goodness, take a look at this. Yes, after Bing and Yahoo, we had Facebook referrals. This came from the Facebook app, 9 for the month. This came from Facebook.com, another 6 for the month. And this came from mobile Facebook, they got 1. So, I mean, we are able to drive traffic to you because of the Facebook rewards program. And I don't know anybody that's ever came into you and talked to you about word-of-mouth advertising. This program works like word of mouth on steroids, because it's word of mouth combined with broadcast, combined with web. I mean, it's awesome. But then again, I'm biased. What do you all think? Do you like this? Good. In addition to that, you can come over here and create your own on-demand coupon. So when I come in here, I can click on adding that new coupon, and I'm just going to go ahead and create a quick test here. And just as fast, you can say, hey, you know, get a cut free of charge when you get your hair colored, if you're a salon. So you could put that in there, even have a picture, rather than the logo of the salon, you can have the stylist's picture right in there. All I can do is hit the browse button, change that picture out. Expiration date, midnight on the date that I post it, it's off the system. And on top of it, we are the green solution of print pollution. If I click this button right here, now they can bring that in and show that on the cell phone, say, hey, I got this off my local Fox station. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? So now you can participate in that. Now some folks say to me, well, John, I need to have that piece of paper. Well, one thing that you can do is change out that picture, put a barcode in there, and monitor that barcode. Yes, great
Does your
question.
system track this on the back end, or does that then come over to the business? Meaning, just as you showed us the analytics before, is there also a tracking mechanism for coupon sales?
No, you would
within
have
your-
to
within
you would
your
have to
system?
track that yourself.
Okay.
We don't keep track of the barcode stuff that's on there, but that would be a really neat feature for us to add for the future, wouldn't that? But seriously, the reason that we are kind of apprehensive in storing a lot of that data, that stuff is very, very personal, and we don't want to show that information out to everyone, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So, but not anybody can get your data. Now, the other thing too is keywords. We help you with a keyword program. You can put anywhere from 50 to 200 keywords into our search engine so they can call up your information based on those keywords. Now, these do not work in Google, Bing, and Yahoo, but we do have a section that does. Inside our business profile, when I click on company profile that's here, and describing your business, this information needs to be relevant and it needs to be according to Google's terms. Because if you do not put it in the right format, then it is going to get kicked out from the Google search engine. Relevant information. You don't want to be black hatting anything. You don't want to plagiarize any information. You don't want to duplicate any information from your website. You want to make it fresh content, if that makes sense. That's important. That's according to Penguin, Panda, and the new Google search engine, which just came out in September, called Hummingbird. So it's precise and fast, and it's finding everything. And the reason that they had to change out that engine is because of all the new tablets and cell phones. They needed to make sure that that engine could handle all the queries coming to it. Now, who has an idea what the word Google means? Anybody in here today?
It's an infinite amount, whatever, isn't it?
Excellent. Yes, it's pretty close to that. It means 10 to the 100th power, any number followed by 100 zeros. So they said that how large that number is, all the raindrops that have ever fallen on the face of the earth over time have not yet reached to Google. Now, the Federal Reserve's working on that, but thank you guys, that was a good joke. There's other audiences they didn't get it. So anyway, but hey, I just want you to know it's here. Now, if we have price sheets, I want to share this information with you on these plans.
How much anyway, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to one of our sister sites again here. This is an NBC station that we're working with in Medford. Now, by the way, just so you're aware of it, NBC will not have this in this market. CBS will not have this in this market. ABC will not have it. This is exclusive to Fox and the CW station. So, as I'm over here in the restaurant section, this is what we call our premium listings. Now, those premium listings rotate on a user-by-user basis. So everybody gets top placement. Based on how many people come over, you'll always be at the top. Everybody will get that opportunity. Now, that program goes for as little as $100 a month. Regular pricing, we give you 2 categories for the price of $100 a month. So I might want to be under restaurants and I may want to be under catering. Now I can get that for $100 a month. 2 categories for $100 a month. This week, and this week only, instead of getting 2, I get the power up 4 for the $100 a month. So instead of getting 2 categories, you could be in 4. So they could be in restaurants, they could be in catering, they could be in banquets, and maybe they want to be in pizza. Whatever they want, we'll help them get into those 4 categories. Just like they're found in that, what was the name of that book of yellow paper? Oh, that's right, Yellow Pages. So they can get into those headings and categories. Second of all, we're television. And what's really neat about this, 25 years ago, a movie came out with a guy by the name of Michael J. Fox. Anybody know what that was?
Back to the Future.
Absolutely.
Yesterday was the day.
Was it?
Yesterday was the day at 4 o'clock.
Was it really? Okay, well, you know what, 2013, that's great. So, some people said it's 2015, so that's kind of cool. So yesterday was the day, makes you feel a little bit older if you're back alive in 1984, doesn't it? And what was cool, Michael J. Fox walked into his house, he looked at the television set, and he said, Hill Valley Plumber. It keyed up all the plumbers on the television at that time. That was the modern day Yellow Pages on how to find it. This system is just precursor to that, because we don't have the televisions we can talk to yet. But what's interesting is, I click onto that information that's here.
Actually, we did have the,
Yeah, we do.
As a matter of fact, you just preempted me from telling me that. Thank you for being in charge. But yes, we do have those sets now. We do have those sets. And the cool thing is, what's cool about this is that, again, it plays your on-demand commercial.
Tap Rock Northwest Grill in Grants Pass has something special just
Now, isn't that neat? There's nobody else in this area that has that system, powered by television. Now, if you flip to the second page, you can have the power of video with this for as little as $200 a month, 50 bucks a week, not to exceed $200 a month. And on top of that, that also includes the rotating banner on your right-hand side. Now, the reason I want to show you this, Togo's is here. I hit my F5 key, and I'm going to have Togo's go out to Tap Rock. But again, if it locks on my IP address, it may be a few minutes before. See how that changes? That banner changes on that side. So you get banners that are also included. If you click on that banner, it goes to where you want to direct us to, either your website, your Facebook page, whatever it might be. So we regularly give you the video and 4 categories to come with it with 4 banners. This week, instead of getting 4, we're going to double that to 8. That's awesome. The third program that we have, if you flip to the next page, for the $300 a month, you get the exclusive category banner in your subcategory. So, if I'm in the food and dining category, I may want to have the exclusive under restaurants. That's what Elmer's did over here. So, they're always there on the left-hand side. 6 categories go with it. This time they're getting 12. And then finally, on the front page of our website, we have a program out here called our Expert Column Site Sponsor. If you're interested in doing that, we'd love to talk with you about it. If you grab that, that means nobody else can be the expert in your field. You are it. As long as you meet our vetting process, that's cool, and you can be a part of that. Now, I can tell you this stuff works really great, but I'd rather you hear from our clients. And I have this video to play for you here just really quickly. And this is from clients that we just had up in our Rockford, Illinois area. They're working with ABC and a Fox station up there. And I'd like you to hear what they have to say over the last 90 days.
Here at Crossroads Auto Sales, we're about 90 days into our brand new MyStateLine.biz TV and web package. We're already beginning to see some of the results we were expecting.
You know, over 2 years ago, we started off with just TV commercials, then moved to MyStateLine.biz. We saw an immediate increase in the amount of work that we were doing.
I've noticed people coming in as far as, we're from the city area, so I said, wow, that's great, thank you, thanks for telling me that.
Customers are finding us, our website directly, faster than ever before.
Definitely, another benefit for using MyStateLine.biz is the search engine optimization.
It gets us in the top 3 of major search engines.
Without us having to go directly to those big search engines and pay them for the service, just by the nature of our customers seeing us on television and catching us online, our search engine optimization has grown.
That has opened up a lot of possibilities with, people just don't want to put in pizza, or they want to put in something like a calzone. And, they don't get it right away.
It gives our customers another avenue of contacting us and finding out more information about us.
Yeah, the combined advertising package with television and MyStateLine.biz has really helped us do what we needed to do today, to sell cars and move our product and build our brand today on television, but also move us where we know we need to be tomorrow.
We have increased probably 20 or 25%, somewhere in that area, since we've been advertising either with the station or StateLine.biz.
We need to be on the smartphone, on the tablet, on the office PC, so our customers can find us.
We will always be advertising with channel 17 and 39. That's just the way it is.
They've done everything we need. They've come prepared with the background information I need, because I am not an internet expert. I don't have time to be that, but I really rely on them to bring me the analysis I need, and they've done that every time. And then along the way, step by step, we're analyzing each month to see how this combined effort is working to bring us people, bring us customers, and to reach out. And every month we see growth.
We used to advertise strictly in the telephone market. We had a full page ad. Prices kept going up, kept going up, kept going up. And business was not going up along with it.
I've been in media for 10 years in television and radio, and now helping this local business grow organically and through TV and radio marketing. And if I believe in it, I absolutely would think that anybody would want to use this kind of combined package. It's simply financially the best way to market the business.
So we decided to take some of that money and downsize our Yellow Book ad, or Yellow Pages ad, and put it towards television, something no other septic contractor had done before. Like I said earlier, an immediate increase in business. We were saving money, and we were making more money.
You know, in my 10 years in media, in television, radio, and now in web marketing for different organizations, the last few years the economy has shifted dramatically, and in the past when there was, you know, very little discretionary marketing budget for small to mid-sized local businesses, now everyone knows there is none. So now is a time when we have to be even smarter, investing our advertising dollars in the right packaging and in the right way. And everyone knows, down to the most successful CEOs, down to my children, that we're going to be living on smartphones, we're going to be shopping on smartphones and on tablets, we're going to be doing more and more business online. And so we need to be where our customers are and where they're going to be tomorrow. And this is the most affordable way to do both successfully.
I'm really happy with my state-line efforts.
It works. It definitely works.
And you know, we want this to work for you as well. That's why we want to help double your categories and give you opportunities with us, that you can be part of our founding fathers and mothers in this local area with this type of program. Remember, it's already out in 100+ television stations throughout the country. So this is not being guinea pigged here in Roanoke, and it's not being guinea pigged in the Lynchburg area. We've already put it into a couple of our own grant stations that we have in the Wisconsin and Iowa areas as well. So we want to let you know this is getting kicked off here Monday, December 2nd. So if you want to take advantage of it, this is a great time to do that. And just to kind of finish up with this, two other things real quick. I can't run this Cloud score for you, but you may want to write the word cloud.com down. Cloud is a great tool to be able to tell you your score for social media, KLOUT.com. This also gives you a score from 0 to 100, and you have to put the username and password in for all of your social media programs there. And some folks say to me, John, so much social media, so little time, huh? And they basically are saying, I just don't have time to do all of this. Well, there is a program out there that may be worthy of your consideration called Hootsuite, where you can take all your social media, put it onto one dashboard, and monitor your posts and your tweets. So that's a really great thing to be able to consider as well. I hope you learned something today. Would love to have you guys involved with us. Again, this is kicking off on Monday, December 2nd, and we'd love to have your participation. Any questions?